Take you out to dinner, and I'd set you down beside the Christmas tree, watch a movie with my sister, and I wouldn't hesitate, I don't need to wait, I know you and I are great together, but if you get caught in a storm, I will find another. I would kiss you on national TV or in front of the president. I would turn away a Grammy nomination, $1 million recording contract. But if you do not call, or if you take too long, or if you do not write, I will find another curly-headed lady to whom I'll dedicate my song. I would drive across the Cumberland just to take you out to dinner, and I'd set you down beside the Christmas tree, watch a movie with my sister, and I wouldn't hesitate, I don't need to wait, I know you and I are great together, but if you do not call, or if you take too long, baby, I will find another. Don't even look my way, I will have gone away, baby, I can't wait forever, baby, I can't wait forever.
Cool. This is called Baby I Can't Wait Forever?
Yeah.
Awesome. And your CD, what's the title of that?
I have an EP right now called Ribbons and Pearls.
That's right. I saw it on your MySpace page, so I want to make sure when I write all this stuff down, you know, I get it right. So I was reading over your bio, and a lot of people would be surprised. I mean, you grew up outside of Cleveland, because it sounds like, to me, like you grew up in, you know, Tennessee. Yeah, I mean, you've got the Tennessee, Kentucky, Nashville sound. It's like, yeah.
Well, I have spent a lot of time down south, but I think it comes more from my mom's from southern West Virginia, and I was raised by her and my Cleveland dad, so that's kind of my mix of the Neil Young, you know, stuff I was feeding on growing up, and then the West Virginia bluegrass, and I also grew up in a southern church outside of Cleveland that was populated mostly by Appalachian transplants in the Cleveland area.
Really?
So, yeah, it's
That's
kind
awesome.
of an interesting phenomenon. But, yeah.
Wow. How does that happen? Were there a lot of, oh, I know. There's the highway. Not so much the hillbilly. They call it the Hillbilly Highway.
Yeah, the Hillbilly
that goes
Highway.
North. I didn't realize it went to Cleveland. I thought it went to Cleveland. But yeah, the Hillbilly Highway, where everybody went for jobs out of Kentucky, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much out of eastern Kentucky and southern West Virginia and southwestern Virginia. Basically, all the central Appalachian, you know, coal mining areas. Yeah, as part of one of the biggest domestic migrations in the United States.
It's still going on.
It's still going on.
Because I'm very involved in the mountaintop removal stuff, and you know, it's really forced relocation is what's going on. They're blasting the mountains away and poisoning the water. And,
absolutely.
yeah, and what do you do when you have no water? Wow, I had no idea. I mean, so a Southern Gospel church in Cleveland. That's pretty cool. I don't know how that happens, but that's pretty cool. Because that's the kind of church that I would wish I would have. You know, I want people shouting amen, but I don't want the snake thing. That's like, you know, you see those videos of like everybody.
Yeah, they left the snakes behind,
That's
I
cool.
guess, when they came down.
that freaks me out when I see that, you know. And there's still places down in West Virginia and Kentucky where they do the snake handling.
There are indeed.
Yeah, that just freak me out, man. I can't even get near a spider, you know.
Power of God. What
yeah.
can I say?
So, you it says you landed in a sleepy farm town of Burton, and your mom was a coal miner's daughter, and you listened to Loretta Lynn growing up, and
Yeah.
Joni Mitchell, your dad, Joni Mitchell, Willie Nelson, Graham Nash.
Yeah.
Nice blend of stuff. That's you know, nowadays the listening to that older music, the younger generation listening to that older music, you know, is very cool to me because that tradition, you know, carries on. A lot of people start with, I don't know, trance or you know, that type of stuff. Like when you think of like the kind of music that came out in the 90s and was popular and so forth, was a lot of that I don't know what you call it, kind of very angry, like
The grunge.
yeah. And post grunge even, you know, like who am I'm trying to think of this one band in particular, Korn, you know, or even you know, very 9 Inch Nails, you know, very heavy kind of stuff that just seemed like permeated the airwaves, you know, and you really didn't hear. But then I don't listen to country music, like new country music. I'm into like the old, you know, Americana, the old stuff, like, and how do you go about, I mean, other than your family, you know, turning you on to that stuff, especially living in Cleveland. I mean, don't they have Cleveland Rocks? Isn't that like an anthem there? You know, it's like pretty much a classic rock kind of town. So how do you find, you know, where do you go to find that? I mean, did you find yourself going out to record stores, going through the bins, or
How did I do it?
Yeah.
Well, the country stuff, I guess. Yeah, I guess I just went out to the. You know, I actually have to confess I didn't get into. You know, my mom would always sing the chorus of Coal Miner's Daughter and make reference to it because she is a coal miner's daughter, and that's her heritage. But I didn't really start absorbing any of the culture of that music or that music itself until, you know, I was a young adult. And I guess, I mean, I know one time I was watching Coal Miner's Daughter, the movie, and that was around the time I got excited about it. I don't know if that was the cause of it all. It's, you know, it's hard to say how things begin. You know, you know, Gillian Welch was one of my biggest idols in high school. And I guess one thing just leads to another, you know. Listening to her got me remembering, you know, my Uncle Buddy's banjo picking down on the front porch in the holler in West Virginia. And so then I just started looking for it. And you know, I've traveled a lot in the Southeast and spent a lot of time, you know, working with different community struggles and efforts down there, especially in Central Appalachia. And you meet a lot of other people who share that interest in the culture of the area, who maybe are transplants there, working on the same thing, and having that common interest in it.
That's cool. I mean, yeah, I was kind of curious that, you know, Gillian Welch is opposed to Jewel, you know. I mean, there's a kind of a divide there, you know, and